good stuff. John Teimo. Dean Pay. He's over. He's in for another career try.
Some enterprising play from the Cowboys. They've finally decided to throw the football around, but Canterbury back on the attack.
And it's turnaround for Dallas.
Try time.
Over the halfway, Gibson chasing. Dallas is in overdrive for the Bulldogs try. Brett Dallas, 70-metre dash.
Edwards making the tackle on the far side of the ground. Williams kicks, looks for the regather, race for the ball. The touch judge will make the decision. It's a try. Well, probably a bit of justice has been done here for Jason Williams. In fact, the same two players, I think, involved. 22 metres out, 5 tackles gone. Lamb on for Halligan. Teimo, the ball in front of him. Dimmick is with it. Teimo comes back on the inside, steps out of one. Oh, that is beautiful stuff. That is a magic try. Scored by the Sydney Bulldogs and by John Teimo.
So that shows how well their defence is working down the other end of the paddock. Every time the Reds are kicking the football, they can't find any great field position because they haven't worked it far enough out. Halligan pushes through one ordinary tackle. He's got Potter to beat, does so.
Well, Halligan was looking at giving it to Hetherington. He doesn't have to. All so easy. An embarrassing try, really, for the Reds.
Makes it forward.
Been very impressive in the lower grades this year for the Doggies.
Lamb, Dimmick, McCracken on the burst. Looks for Halligan. Nice dummy, still going. Power from McCracken. That's a fantastic try. If Jared McCracken conceded a try a moment ago, that is a genius effort of pure power.
Operating in the centre of the ruck, and now they come away from Gillies out to Polomata. Polomata goes outside. Teimo! He's through the gap. He's down to the 10-metre line. Beats another. He'll score. Oh, that is magic. That is good stuff. They played earlier this year at the SFS. Here they are with a chance, a kick into the centre of the ground, and it's a try for Davey. Junie disputes it, but Lewis gives the try.
Rod Silva, some beautiful sleight of hand here. Terry Lamb going to the line on the last. Look at this ball. Sensational stuff there. Terry Lamb looks back inside to weigh up the best option. The kick for Davey is the one. You can't see it there. It was a photo finish, but the in-goals judge was in great position.
At the end of the day, it looked like Barnett might have raked it off his own player, and it was deflected forward as Terry Lamb throws dummy after dummy and then sprints away. Go, little fella! He's in for another career try.
Well, what about that?
Well, you've got to smile, you've got to rejoice.
Hetherington, Dimmick has some responsibility on his shoulders. Lovely kick inside. Silva will be too fast. Rod Silva sprints away from them.
Couple of tackles left. Hetherington along the line for Lamb. He's on a run-around mission. Pay! Dean Pay! He's over! Dean Pay scores! The Dogs are in front!
Looking for one defensive lap, one missed tackle. The Sydney Bulldogs, and they found it out wide. Saints didn't have the numbers. Lovely ball by Terry Lamb. Look at Pay, he's got 22 metres to go. They hung off. They went for Teimo. Man with the ball, and there's the missed tackle from Goldthorpe. Dean Pay's had a great game.
Just as we predicted earlier, as soon as they got in good attacking position, Terry Lamb parked himself too wide out on the edge of the ruck in his normal 5'8".
Here again they might set for the drop goal. Here they come for Silva. And Dimmick gets a one-hander on. They've got the numbers. Surely they'll make it. Yes, they'll make it. Gillies. He scores. The Bulldogs, 20 points to 10.
Well, that should wrap it up. They weren't thinking field goal. They could sniff a try coming on. And there's the jubilation amongst the fans. Simon Gillies throws a little dummy at the end. He doesn't get many. This next pass was the one that set up the try. That ball there.
And that was very poor positional defence there by the Brisbane side. They had all their numbers over on one side of the field and no one out here. And well read by the Bulldogs. Simple matter of getting the football out there.
The long ball finds Lamb. then Polomauta, and he goes through an opening. The centres came up quickly. Silva, now Terry Lamb, he scores. He is a magician. Best support player in rugby league.
And he proves it every week. Some bad defence by Canberra out wide allowed Craig Polomauta to slice through. They've gone wide. That's Polomauta now. As he throws stomach with freeze play there. This player has stayed with his outside man. The inside man didn't have the pace. And as play continues, straight through Polomauta. Beat a couple of despairing dives. Rod Silva back up on the inside. The big step to beat Daly. And a beautiful around the corner pass to Terry Lamb.
25 metres out from Canberra's line. Out with Dimmick, he dummies for Lamb, he kicks out wide, he's looking for Dallas, the bounce has beaten Mullins! The bounce has beaten Mullins! I think it's a try! It is! It's a try! To Canterbury-Bankstown!
Well, the kick was so successful for them last week. Why not try it again? And Jim Dimmick, who put one on for Matt Ryan last week, has found open space. Ken Nagus has shown no urgency in this game whatsoever. Mullins was beaten by the bounce.
Gillespie working very hard in defence. They continue the wrap to the left. Dimmick gets a one-hand around the corner. I thought there was a question on it, but the try is there for young Stephen Price. Price has gone in to score, and it has been given.
That's the pass that is doubtful, getting it away to his outside support player.
And they're 5 metres from the halfway line. Many of them with their hands up, looking to get involved. They're very confident, the Bulldogs. They go wide through Dimmick and out for Ryan. There's a problem for Hopewade. There's a problem for Manly. Ryan has pulled down, not held. Up, still going. And 2 metres from the line. Lamb is there. He scoops the ball away. Dimmick, then for Silva. Silva away. And a long ball from Pay. And 27 is Hughes. And he goes over. Scores for Canterbury. That probably has wrapped it up.
Well, unbelievable stuff. Tremendous vision from both Terry Lamb and Jim Dimmick to realise there was an opportunity out wide, and Matt Ryan went straight through. That was the ball. Matt Ryan has come into this side in the last couple of weeks and done an outstanding job. Straight through Danny Moore. Good tackle there from Ridge, although he was able to get back to his feet, and then a quick play the ball. A hint of a shepherd out here. Dimmick on to Silva. The second man, that's no problem, and Pay through the speculator. He knew there were troops out there, and that's got to be Hughes' first touch.
What about those of us that said you couldn't win this 8-team quarter-final from outside the top 4? Hughes is probing. He's already scored 1. Teimo is now going back into the centre. Unloads for Silva, and is Silva down with the ball? I think it's another try. Yes, it is. Rod Silva gets the try. Now the smiles are there. Now it is definite. The last seconds are ticking away. Canterbury-Bankstown, the Sydney Bulldogs have won it in Terry Lamb's final appearance. And there it is, a moment of sheer delight.